The High Commission of India here in Jamaica celebrated the 78th Independence Day of India on the lawns of India House on August 15. The celebration included the address from the Prime Minister of India to the nation, a flag-raising ceremony, and cultural dances done by members of the Indian Diaspora here in Jamaica. Join PBCJ as we bring you highlights of the 78th Indian Independence Day celebration held here in Jamaica and share the importance of such a day. Pleasant viewing. Indian Independence Day is celebrated on August 15, which marks the freedom from British rule. The country was under British rule for almost a century and thereafter becoming a sovereign nation representing both democratic and republican views. The East India Company, conceptualized in the 17th century, was a powerful trading corporation that amassed a significant amount of wealth. After the involvement of the British, the company was later rebranded the British East Indian Company, and with the aid of the units for Middleborough Army, by the 19th century, the British Crown had seized control of the country, thereby making India a direct colony. After revolutionary movements, the ramifications of a World War II, and the implementation of India's unions, independence was gained 90 years later. On August 15, the India flag was hoisted proudly on the lawns of India House for the 78th commemoration of independence, symbolizing how far the nation has come. Following the annual tradition, the newly appointed High Commissioner of India to Jamaica recited the celebratory speech of the Indian Prime Minister in addressing the nation in regards to the festivities. The Indian community in Jamaica brought a piece of home to the island through song and dance in remembrance of their history. The occasion resonates with Indians across the globe. Although far from home, the Indian expat community that resides on the island retains their nation's pride.
Dear fellow citizens, from 2021 to 2024, India has been among the fastest growing major economies, with an average growth rate of 8% annually. It is a matter of pride for all that India has become the 5th largest economy in the world. And we are also poised to become one of the top 3 economies soon. Farmers, our Annadata, have ensured that agricultural production continues to beat expectations. Considering the great potential of futuristic technologies, the government has vigorously promoted a range of sectors, such as semiconductors and artificial intelligence, while also creating an ideal ecosystem for startups, which will propel their growth. After the successful completion of its G20 presidency last year, India has consolidated its role as the voice of the global South. India intends to use its influential position to expand the scope of world peace and prosperity. I also urge you all to make small but effective changes in your lifestyle and contribute to the cause of dealing with the challenge of climate change. Speaking of justice, let me also mention here that in adopting the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita from July this year, we have removed one more relic of the colonial era. The new code is oriented towards ensuring justice for the victims of crime instead of focusing on punishment alone. I see this change as a tribute to the freedom fighters. In India, we view science and technology as part of the quest for knowledge as well as instrument for humanitarian progress. In recent years, India has made unprecedented advances in space exploration. Along with you all, I also eagerly look forward to the launch of the Gaganyaan mission next year, which will take a team of Indian astronauts into space aboard India's first human space flight. The world of sports is another arena in which the country has made great progress in the last decade. In cricket, India won the T20 World Cup to the great joy of a large number of fans. In chess, our prodigies have made the country proud. My dear fellow citizens, with the nation all set to celebrate Independence Day, let me once again extend my greetings to you, particularly our brave Jawans of armed forces who guard our freedom, risking their lives. I convey my greetings to the police and security personnel who keep vigil all across the country. I also extend my greetings to the members of the judiciary and the civil services, as well as the officials of our missions abroad. My greetings also to our diaspora. You are part of our family, making us proud with your achievements. You are great representatives of India's culture and heritage. Once again, I wish everyone a happy Independence Day. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. So this is this address to the nation by the Honorable President Rashtrapati Ji. I read an extract of her address. Her full address is available in the mission on website, and also with us some printed copies are here. If you want, I request you to please ask one of our officials, and they will provide you with the printed copy in the English. With this, the first section of our program today is concluded. At this juncture, I also would like to say a few words with regard to what the work of our mission, which I envisage, is going to be and has been, recognizing that the Indian diaspora in Jamaica and the Friends of India, they constitute a very important part, a very important bridge for India-Jamaica bilateral ties. As our President, Honorable President had mentioned in her address, in the end, if you remember, she has given a very, very important, significant message to the Indian diaspora abroad. She has talked about the importance of Indian diaspora in our missions abroad. She has talked about the importance of Indian diaspora as a part of the Indian cultural heritage abroad. And this is where, as our Honorable Prime Minister has also many times and continues to say, that Indian diaspora are the real brand ambassadors of India abroad. And as I start my tenure here as the High Commissioner of India, I look forward to your support, to your cooperation in taking forward the ties of India and Jamaica to the next higher level. I do not want to repeat the already strong relationship which our countries have, our cultural linkages, our historical linkages of Indian diaspora being here for centuries, our common items which have developed over the years, our food, our sharing of music, our love for cricket. It's all there. Only we need to nurture it more and see that how the future of our two countries holds together for not only sustainable development, but also for economic growth and for the whole society as whole. There are a few things which I will be working with my team and will look forward to your support. I look forward to important areas of development, and I see what I note here, that in addition to the cultural aspect, we have a lot of opportunities in economic growth for mutual benefit. There are many areas where we are working together already. Work has been initiated. These areas involve health sector. These areas involve education sector. You are all aware of the medical community here, which is very, very active. You are also all aware of the number of education and educationists here. There are many Indian teachers here, and many Jamaicans go to India to study. We need to take this to the next level. And I would like to announce at this juncture that we in the mission would like to launch an initiative called as India-Jamaica Education Connect. That is, with this initiative, if you have any ideas, if you have any suggestions, if you have any issues, if you have any proposals, please come to us with regard to the education sector. I will look forward to suggestions and support from you. Second, I would also like to announce that we need to work with the medical community from India here to establish a strong India-Jamaica medicine or medical connect, a healthcare connect. These are all connects where we see that, I see personally, how we can bring in ideas, observations, activities symbiotically together with the support of Indian diaspora, with the support of Jamaica government, with the support of Jamaica people and the mission. And we are ready here. I have come with a mandate to take forward these ideas with you. Then there is another possibility where I will be working with many of you. India-Jamaica Sports Connect. I would like to connect the two countries in sports area. We are already aware that chess is a very important part in the Indian society now, and we have many grandmasters coming up, young and all. I'm very happy to know today in the morning that we have Indian young children here who have made a mark in Jamaica, and not only Jamaica but in Caribbean in the area of chess. Now this is something which we should reckon with and which we should be proud of. And I would be very happy to meet those children in short time. We have been sending many Jamaican government officials to India for education, for training purposes. I have been meeting them regularly. A few days earlier, we have one young Jamaican lady who is going to India. She's joined university in India. We also have a health team going to India for studying the pharmacopoeia, that is the pharmaceutical cooperation opportunities between India and Jamaica. So this is just a mention of few things.
कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, जो लौट के घर ना आए, जो लौट के घर ना
तेरी सांसों पे थोड़ा सा वतन का भी हकता, न देख मुझे यूं मुड़ मुड़ के, तेरा मेरा साथ यहीं तकता। ये तेरी जमीन तेरे खून सही तो सजती संवरती है रांझे, तेरे इश्क की मैं हकदार नहीं, तेरे हीर तो डरती है रांझे। हाय तेरे मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के, मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। हो तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरी खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। अपना है दिन ये आज का, दुनिया से जाके बोल दो, बोल दो, ऐसे जागो रे साथियों, दुनिया की आंखें खोल दो, खोल दो, लहरा दो, लहरा दो, सरकशी का परचम लहरा दो, गर्दिश में फिर अपनी सरजमी का परचम लहरा दो, लहरा दो, लहरा दो, सरकशी का परचम लहरा दो, गर्दिश में
The Independence Day gives me an excellent opportunity to connect with the Indian diaspora here. As you know that the Indian diaspora is a very important part of the India-Jamaica bilateral ties and bridge. We have nearly 70,000 Indian diaspora here living here from centuries. They have become a part and parcel of the Jamaican life. They represent India in sense that I have come here and seen that many of them are very active in medical field, in finance field, in IT sector. These are areas where India has also been progressing very rapidly, being the fifth largest economy right now. And one of my objective is to utilize this Indian Diaspora Connect to build strong bridges in these sectors, especially particularly if you talk about medical sector, if you talk about the education sector, IT sector, construction sector, even investment between India and Japan. And Indian diaspora is a very important part of that. So celebrating India's Independence Day here gives me a strong motivation. It gives me a pleasant feel that I will be able to work very strongly with the support of the Indian diaspora, the Indian community, and also capitalizing on the India-Japan goodwill which we have for each other at this occasion. Thank you so much.
I would like to say that India is our homeland and to never forget it because that's where we came from. So every Independence Day I'd like us to celebrate, and all of our Indian festivals I'd like us to celebrate it because that's where we come from and that's who we are.
Pretty much almost the same thing. Never forget India, no matter how much you explore new places. Don't forget India because it's a really good thing to have. Like, to say I'm Indian, it's a really proud feeling. So never forget that. Never be ashamed of being an Indian because it's a really good feeling.
Well, India's independence, I think, means a lot to everybody around the world, and to me in particular. It's the 78th anniversary, and if you go back to the first one, you think of the freedom struggle that took place before that. You understand what perseverance and fight against injustice means, and that resonates with everybody around the world, including obviously Jamaica. Over the next 77 years, what you've seen is progress from a state of almost haplessness, illiteracy, unproductiveness, poverty, to an emerging country which is now the 5th largest economy in the world, one of the most educated set of young people. It's a beacon of what most developing countries would hope to achieve.
It's a whole celebration for all Indians all over the world who came out of the colonial era with so much struggling, so many sacrifices. So it means a lot for us.
You know, it is such a proud day for India as such to celebrate our Independence Day. Of course, like Jamaica, India has also gone through a lot of pain, a lot of grief during those days. And I see both the countries rising and both the countries flourishing after independence. And look at the advancement India has had, look at the advancement Jamaica has had, especially in the last 5-8 years that I've been here. For the last 10 years, I've seen Jamaica growing so fast, reducing our debt, increasing our global goodwill, our ability to manage our country with reducing debt and spending more. I think as a country we have to be very proud of how well we have done. And I think sometimes people lose perspective that if I as an individual have not benefited directly from the nation's governance, then I think the government is not doing well, or people are not doing well, or the businesses are not doing enough. But I tell you, look at the bright side. Where we were and where we are now, we are 5 times better than what we were before. And I think it is only getting better every single year. And we must commend each Jamaican to be resilient through the tough times, to be strong during the difficult times, and keep the spirit of resilience, peace and love, and focus on Jamaica. It's Independence Day for India. So it's a day of patriotism.
A message to fellow Indians, and I should point out that one thing about the word Indian is that it represents a civilization rather than a nationality. So therefore I can, not being an Indian national, still reach out to other Indians to say that one must cherish the word independence. One must remember the sacrifice of all in the past. And for those who are not Indian nationals, one must recognize what that country has gone through and the parallels that it's had with other countries like Jamaica.
And lastly, please just say Happy Independence Day, India.
So I want to take this opportunity to appeal to all Jamaicans too. I am a Jamaican citizen also, by the way. And I would like to appeal to all the Jamaicans today. And we've just celebrated our Independence Day too. It's all about reliving that patriotism every single moment. Look at those eyes from where you can look at our country and say, what can I do for this country? What can I do for Jamaica more every day? How can I be more useful as a citizen? How can I contribute to the betterment of my society? That is the fastest pace that we can catch outside of what the governments can do, what the NGOs can do. We individually have a responsibility that I would like to appeal all of us to take more.
The medical sector between India and Jamaica has a strong connect. We have done 33 medical camps, nearly more than 33 medical camps as of now in the last 3 or 4 years. My predecessor was very actively working with several Indian doctors here, several Indian medical pharmaceutical companies here. I am strongly in favor to continue that particular initiative which the Indian High Commission had started. I in fact look forward to not only the medical camps and pharmaceutical sector, I am also looking at medical education between the two countries and see if we can work on the education of medicine. As I told you earlier, Prime Minister in India during his speech from the Red Fort at the occasion of the Independence Day had announced that he has the vision of India to become a medical center, medical institution center. I think it is a good opportunity for Jamaica, which is a strategic highway, knowledge highway in this particular region, in the Caribbean region as well as the Latin American region, and also connected to the Northern American continent. Strategic location. It's English speaking. I think it is a good opportunity for us to continue in the medical sector and see how we can benefit from it, mutual benefit from it. Thank you.
And with these sentiments, they extend a message to their fellow Indians worldwide.
Happy Independence Day, India.
I wish every Indians out there Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day.
I wish you all a very happy Independence Day.